good people on their fine day. Year of the Paradigm this Friday is March 7th, and it will be a special March 7th themed episode. In the main event, we will see Sakura go one-on-one with March 7th in a birthday bash for her Fight Forever Championship. Will March beat Sakura? The last time they faced, it was a one-sided embarrassment. This time, who knows what the stipulation will be? It's all up to the wheel. And we have tag team championships on the line. The Racket Assault at 400 plus days carrying those belts. Will they fall to the flames? Last night, or rather last week, Marin said, hey, I got this. It's in the bag. Tonight, Panette. We're not redoing this intro. I don't do that. Tonight, Panette goes one-on-one with Burnice. And of course, our kings and queens will go toe-to-toe tonight. In the main event, I believe we have Alice versus, as we mentioned earlier about the Flame Tribe, a very dominant Rinkah. And starting off tonight, we have Dr. Robotnik versus David. In fact, we should maybe get that match going. Are you ready is the real question. There is one more match that I can announce about this Friday. You know what, maybe I shouldn't. I think I'm going to leave that because I didn't scout. I left that to my general manager of Inferno, who you will meet this Friday. They're going to match for you. I'm excited to see how it all plays out, but that's the future. This is the now. We're talking about Rebellion. Welcome once again to Rebellion. We're going to do a quick start because we got some fun matches, and we even have a fun Fatal 4-Way. Last time, the gentlemen of the AWE put on an amazing gauntlet. Tonight, the ladies will put on a fantastic Fatal 4-Way match, but that's later. Right now, it's King versus King. It's David versus Eggman, and it begins as the stars go. Black. Audio, great. I gotta check every time. Just to make sure that everything's capturing. And out first is your AWE champion.
The following champion versus champion contest is
It's champion versus champion. It's Kang versus Kang. King Eggman said this is his kingdom, and all else are beneath him. However, it's hard to say that when Mans fought Cassius Bright and fell victim to Cassius Bright. That being said, Cassius didn't pin him. Cassius didn't make him tap out. It was a count out. Not how Cassius wanted to win, but that's how Eggman sweeping it under the rug. He didn't beat me. I just didn't get back into the ring. If that were a championship match, the title would still be mine. Those were his words when I talked to Eggman. And he is still holding that title proudly because of it. But you have to imagine, after that, doubt might be seeping in the mind, if not Eggman's, maybe the minds of everyone else. Including the man who he's fighting tonight. The King of the OCs. A lot of people doubted that David could beat Eggman. However, now we see the king of the OCs, David.
160 pounds, the prestigious Dragon Champion, David J. Goodmanson.
As I was saying, nobody in their right minds believes David could beat Eggman. However, after last week, Eggman getting counted out by Cassius Bright, maybe now there's doubt. David has a very up and down career, has had basically a heart attack in the ring, has lost a 3v1 match, being the one being pinned, but was also the first ever OC champion. However, with that male OC champion, only one person has ever successfully defended it, and it is not him, but he is the first ever two-time champion. Putting away Eggman tonight could really raise his stock and could be the victory he needs. But once again, when you say beat Eggman, that's not one of those things you do easy. That's not an easy task, as they will go one-on-one. Eggman starting off. Bam! Face of David right into the mat. But David responds with an uppercut. Now, we want to keep in mind, David no slouch. Although Eggman is kind of like fighting a brick wall. David is absolutely no slouch. Targeting the legs, the knees of Eggman, saying if he can't get up, he'll have to crawl to my pin. Tossing Eggman over the top rope. David very quick in this battle, but my gosh, the heavy hands of the Eggman, Dr. Robotnik, kicking David in the gut. David trying to hop off the ropes. Once again, as we said, trying to keep things quick, which is what you want to do against Eggman. Saved himself from maybe getting his chest caved in by the heavy fist of Eggman. Lifted up. David has been like ducking and dodging every single one of Eggman's moves. But here's the thing, every time Eggman does get a move off, it's such a heavy-handed, such a big, powerful, meaty move. It hurts, and it hurts bad, just like that clothesline. And that's what's keeping this match pretty even so far, sitting on the arm. But David gets the knee up. And stomps on the arm as well. Heavy shots right to the temple of Eggman. This is a strategic wear down of the AWE champion from the OC champion. Knows this champion versus champion match, if he loses it, people are going to call him a fraud. One of David's favorite words. To have that word instead tossed into his face is something he's trying to avoid at all cost. But to do it, he's going to have to take down that man who can turn you around in the blink of an eye. I will say he's really weak in the head of Dr. Robotnik. Eggman going after the legs, and I want you to keep in mind, referee in the ring, counting. 1, 2, 3. Headbutt by Eggman. We're at a count of 4. And that's so important because the last time Eggman was in the ring, he lost his bout by countout. Looks like it might not happen this time, but rather maybe I should say it won't happen right now. Uppercut. David catches the other one. Goes for a shot to the throat. And a Russian leg sweep by the king of the OCs. Oh my gosh, but did you see the thick legs of Eggman? Just capitalizing by folding the leg of David, sending him to the ground. And just like that, this match is evened up. The one thing Eggman hasn't really been able to do, though, is injure the body of David. And that's so important because most of Eggman's offense focuses on that body. And David goes for the first pinfall of the match. 1. But it's just 1. It's gonna take so much more than that. Oh, he's going after the arm! And the systematic breakdown of Eggman continues, going after each and every appendage slowly but surely, going after the legs now, but Eggman able to get up enziguri from one of the heaviest thighs in the AWE. Continue to stomp that midsection. We talked about the midsection damage before, and now Eggman's leaning into it heavy. My gosh! He sat down on him for a second, and his body immediately went to orange. I can't say I'm confused at all. 2 elbows, and a third right to Eggman, right to the head of Eggman. David was, I think, going for potentially that nice lock. Lifted up, tossed right back down. Kicked right there. Tried to go for another shot. Uppercut. This time, Eggman getting his combos in. Strike right to the throat. Oh, and a rolling kick from Eggman. My gosh, and the egg carrier connects. Every ounce. 1, 2. Kick out and resiliency's been burned. We talked about this earlier. David's got to keep this match fast. That's Eggman's weakness. That's not what we're seeing here as his head gets dropped right onto the turnbuckle. We're seeing his legs picked apart. Before, it was David slowly picking apart at Eggman. Now Eggman is just having a good time caving the chest of the king of the OCs and dragging him to the corner. David able to get the feet up. Still got some fight left in him, but I'll tell you what. This late in the match, it might take a miracle. As he's dragging Eggman towards the center of the ring, saying maybe I can get him to burn a little resiliency quick, but Eggman wisely rolls right back out. Once again, we know what happened the last time he was out here in another match against Cassius Bright. Oh, look at this. Hold on a minute. Locked in deep. Eggman might just have to tap. Or at least... no resiliency burned. David, I think, realizing Eggman was about to get out of it, saying, maybe I can get a pin on him, burn resiliency that way. No. And Eggman stands right back up, saying, good try, and hits an uppercut right on his jaw. Eggman, powerbomb. Somebody gotta stop that Eggman's. Walking over towards David. Headbutt again, right to the top of the dome. David able to get a foot up. Eggman rolls out of the way. David clotheslines him right outside of the ring. And this time, David again going to the top. Can he get the splash? Big splash, but nobody's home. And a kick by Eggman. And oh my gosh, banging his head against the steel steps. We talk about the relentlessness of Dr. Robotnik. Oh no, we're gonna have to scrape David off the mat if this lands. Eggman gets all of that headbutt. But the referee's checking on the exposed turnbuckle. Eggman may have just screwed Eggman. Eggman may have incidentally saved David. David still has a shot. David still has a chance. Thanks to Dr. Robotnik. Never mind, David's dead. It's the end of the match. That's okay, yeah, I mean that's curtains. Unless there's a slim possibility that David kicks out. No. That's all Eggman. Saying, I'm the no Eggman! Eggman saying there's only one true king. Almost attacked the referee too. Referee checking on David. What is Eggman doing? No, Eggman. Eggy boy, come on, my guy. Referee, oh my gosh. Threaten the referee too. Eggman may be incensed after his loss by countout, sending a message to everyone in the division. David too beat up to do anything about it as he goes right through that table. Eggman, chill, you already killed him. Despicable but not surprising display from Dr. Robotnik after his loss, saying, I'm still your king. And he's not even wearing a crown. He's in the picture, but he's just not wearing the crown in the ring, which is interesting. But you know what? The night goes on, David. But the night continues. My gosh. I didn't think it was gonna be that brutal. Eggman went crazy. That might have been the most furious, the most devastating we've ever seen Eggman end. With the help of my general managers, they, for this next match, Panette versus Burnice. Burnice, go! They have banned both Clover and Crazy Yoko Extra Large from the ring. No, not just from the ring, I'm sorry, from the building. They've both been asked to stay home. So that what happened after the last match doesn't happen tonight. We're gonna get a clean victor with nobody getting an attack after this match. It's Panette, it's Burnice. Who do you got as the stars go? Black. And out first one half of the longest reigning tag team champions, nay, the longest reigning champions in the history of this company. The Racket of Psalm.
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring.
You know them. You love them.
From parts unknown.
Here's the thing.
One half of the Action Wrestling
2K24?
Champions.
Nobody's held those titles except for Racket of Psalm. Slightly different story for 2K23, but in 2K24, it's been all Racket. They want to close out this game, this 2K24, still champions. Can they do that? They gotta beat the Flame Tribe. They probably have to have maybe one more match before we officially switch to 2K25, but tonight is that step. They've made it their year, and now their celebration goes on. Panette is looking to battle with Burnice. And speaking of,
good evening and welcome. I'm Burnice, and I'll be serving you today.
y'all, Burnice is here.
Some snacks? Oh, a little flames. Mocktails, mixers,
And representing the tribe from the internet.
Whatever you want, whatever you need.
so we can never, everyone's elite. Anything that you desire, set it all.
She will be lighting up the stage at AV Mania. Who will she fight? That's her decision, her prerogative as your Rumble winner. Because she is Burnice. And now our match goes on. It's been a minute since we've heard that song, but luckily she's got a one-on-one match tonight. It's Panette. It's Burnice. And they're going to burn the house down this Friday at Inferno for the Tag Team Championships with Marin and Hutao. And starting off quick is Panette saying, nope. Down to the ground you go. Big hits by Panette. And just rocking Burnice. Stomp to the ankle. Lifted right back up. Burnice gets the advantage, but Panette just too fast. A second too fast. Goes under. Goes over. And sends Burnice down. Once again, Burnice unable to get any offense on Panette, but maybe that was commentator's curse. Just like that, everything's changed. Panette fires back with a clubbing blow to the midsection. Then a shot, a scraping almost, a shot on the mouth of Burnice as she drags her over to the ropes. Burnice gets the shoulder up. This matchup not looking as one-sided anymore, but Panette's got Burnice's number, maybe. Maybe the Flame Tribe's doomed this Friday to the all-encompassing, always on top Racket of Psalm. Oh, reverse DDT into a split. Panette rolls right back outside of the ring, recovering ASAP. Knows that burning hammer could come from many different locations, still going directly after the knee. And they have to know. Each of these competitors has to know, no matter what happens, they have to compete this Friday. They have to avoid injury at all costs. Or maybe if you injure your opponent, you can, weaken them a little bit, have a better chance of winning. Maybe that's exactly what Panette's going for, because she has been dominant in this fight against Burnice. As the stomps to the hands connect. Burnice stunned early. Panette literally having her way right now, and Burnice can't do a thing about it. Big oh, did you see how far that elbow drop went? One. Although she's racked up a lot of damage so far, it's still just one. Kick to the gut. Gut wrench over and back. But Panette ain't done. This is a Panette showcase right now. Burnice has been unable to get off any good offense. A couple reversals, but not enough to systematically do anything to Panette. Again to the wrist. Burnice tossing Panette over the top rope. What is she thinking here? Stepping through, taking the fight to the outside. Once again, she could win by count out here, get a little bit of momentum, but when it comes to the tag team titles in that 2-on-2 match, ooh, hold on a minute. I don't think I've ever seen anyone... That's not true. I've definitely seen managers take off the turnbuckle pad like that. Lift it up. Dropped on the exposed turnbuckle. Burnice may have just screwed herself. Waited for Panette to get back out. Reversing again. Burnice tossed right back in. And here's the thing. I think she was going for the concussion. Face! Oh my gosh, throat first! Throat first into the exposed turnbuckle. I thought it was face first, but her neck went right into it. Super kick. Into a German suplex. Into the pinfall. That ain't even one. Burnice finally starting to get some offense, but misses that move. And because of it, I was gonna say is looking at a severe concussion clause, but that reversal may have just saved her entire night. Big Burnice boot! Ladies and gentlemen, this matchup may have just evened out with one kick to the head of Panette. But Panette firing back. Now I want you to point out, I want everybody to remember, even though that exposed turnbuckle is done by Burnice, although Burnice is the one who was looking to use that fireball, do not forget, Panette's got those brass knuckles. As if Jessica goes over to that turnbuckle to try and fix it, either one of them could be like, oh, it's my time. I'm going to hit this fireball. I'm going to hit this punch. It could be either one. And look at who's distracted right here, right now. Turn around. Wyvern Sleeper. Here's the thing. If Burnice taps right now, which she doesn't, referee wouldn't have been able to see it. Panette could have played herself just then. Ooh! Elbow right to the chest. Another stomp. Rolled through. Oh my gosh! And oh my gosh again, just dropped her on her front twice. That's how you injure ribs, but plucked right back up. Burnice starting to get her wind. Her second win, big kick. Dodge, weaving out of the way. Panette's just too good. But look at that. Was going for a capture suplex. Able to crown Panette on the top of her head. And again, Burnice going for that turnbuckle. Neck breaker. Burnice rolling out of the way. But Panette going high in the sky. Wait a minute. Burnice saw what was going on, kipped up and stepped out of the way. Rake in the nose. Panette down, but certainly not out. We're at a count of one. Tossing her back into the ring. Count of three. Burnice, oh my gosh, both of them missing their moves. But Burnice, using that opportunity, turns Panette around. What is this? Looks like almost a Dragon Sleeper. It wasn't quite the Dragon Sleeper, but boy was it close, as now these two are trading blows, but Burnice catches the fist. Firing right back. Burnice, Panette catches the head this time. Panette said, give me some more. Big chop to the chest. And another shot to the face of Burnice. Overhanded, open, palm strike. Firing back, and these two just going at it for the love of wrestling. Two brawlers. Big kicks. Panette's the one who took the advantage, though. Burnice on the verge of being stunned, especially if this move connects, and it looks like it does. And one more time for the folks back home. Goes for the pinfall. If this burns resiliency, which this late in the match it definitely could. 1, 2. No. Panette kind of shocked. Panette rather knows she's locked in that Wyvern Sleeper. Cheeky roll-up. Is Panette gonna have to burn resiliency if she's caught off guard? No. Oh my gosh. And a spear by Panette. Shades of Rinkah may be sending a message. Stomp to the arm. Panette was thinking about that concussion. Burnice rolled right out of the ring saying, no, no thank you. None for me, thanks. Oh, but she may be suffering it on the outside instead. That's gonna hurt way worse. Burnice might not know where the heck she is now as she's stunned. Count of 3. We're at a count of 4. Panette looking to get back into the ring saying, if you can make it up to your feet, then maybe we can continue this matchup, but we're at a count of 6. Jessica saying you gotta get up. We're at, oh no, she's actually not gonna let this go to 10. She's going flying, double axe handle, but she caught her. She caught her with a punch. Burnice trying to step back in as quickly as she can. But look at this, dragged her throat into the ropes. Panette is an all-star. But look at that shot right to the gut. Turns Panette around. And ladies and gentlemen, may have suckered in Burnice burning hammer. 1, 2. Not resiliency. Oh my gosh. The best move in Burnice's arsenal. She's saying one more time, she's got it. This time hit it with a little bit of extra oomph. Jessica getting into the position. Is this resiliency? 1, 2. It is. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I didn't know that this match was gonna bang like this. Split-legged. Cheeks first. Going crazy on Panette uppercut. And now dragging the arms. Deep arm drag. Burnice unsure what to do at this point. Wait a minute, look at this. Wait, hold on a second. Oh! Trying to yank both arms out of the socket. Did you see how they immediately went to yellow? Goodness gracious. And now Burnice is the one going to the top rope. It hasn't worked for Panette all night. And it doesn't. Oh my gosh. Did you see her head bounce? We might actually have to check for a concussion after that. Oh my gosh. Panette realizing that, going right after the head of Burnice afterwards. Burnice might not be okay. Burnice might not, if Panette goes back in the ring, Burnice might not be able to get back up. The way that her head bounced was a nasty, nasty fall. Nasty bump at a count of 6. You can see she's still groggy. Not sure where she is right now. Doesn't run to the ring either. And, oh my gosh, she wants to keep it out there. She wants to keep it out there, but look who hit a reversal. Panette is very much trying to keep it, the back of her neck into the apron. Panette is vicious and nasty. That's why we always talk about you don't want to get in there with a 100% focused brawling Panette. That is a death sentence. Dragged Burnice right back in. Burnice getting up to her feet and out of nowhere yanked the neck right into the Wyvern Sleeper. Oh, but look at that. Burnice able to burn resiliency. Drop kick to the back. Burnice realizing she ain't got much left. Panette in the corner. Kicked in, but Panette turns her back around. Burnice catches the leg. Tosses Panette, goes over into a neck breaker, swinging neck breaker, perfect, picture perfect, might be enough to pick up the quick victory. 1, 2, and she's done it. She's pinned the tag team champion. Oh my gosh.
Here is your winner, Burnice.
I have to commend Burnice. Burnice, tonight was her night. Is Friday going to be her night? Because that was a very game, very dominant Panette. But Burnice survived. With one pin apiece for each team. How is this going to play out? This Friday night. Flame Tribe, Racket of Psalm, 2v2 tag team titles. Y'all, we're in for a Friday. We are in for a Friday night, let me tell you. Alright, that being said, Tartaros now has a whole bunch of stitches in his head. 19 I have confirmed. But after last week's gauntlet match, Ryuji, Tartaros go one-on-one. The winner will face Ryoma for the Fight Forever Championship. I'm excited to see how this all plays out. Tartaros, it's his farewell tour. We're making sure that he gets featured as he makes his way home at the end of his career. I gotta say, I wish the best for him, but he's going up against one of the best. It's Skull. It's Tartaros. It's 1v1, and it is going on as the stars go. Black. Oh!
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring.
He is here with the Repairman.
Weighing in at 215 pounds.
Repairman, who had a very impressive showing in the gauntlet match. Ryuji looks to get his hands back on that Fight Forever Championship. Had an amazing match against Mona. Was not able to retain it after that. Tonight, if he puts away Tartaros, he's got an opportunity against Ryoma. I think I said Ryoma earlier. I meant Morgana, if I did. Morgana still hasn't returned to the AWE since, admittedly. Morgana very embarrassed after that that showing. Skull said, "I'm gonna put you to sleep," which was crazy. That being said, let's see how this all plays out tonight. The Repairman is in the corner of Skull as he goes one-on-one with the one and only, the man on his goodbye tour, Tartaros. Point at him and smirk at him, Skull. It's something we hated in the past, but you have come a long way since then. You guys remember? Skull's been through, honestly, I don't think we highlight exactly how much Skull has been through. Man has been through being repaired, being converged. He's been through a lot. But let's see how it all plays out as he goes up against the one and only Tartaros. As I turn off this alarm so I don't interrupt the show. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tartaros. A man whose body is slowly giving out on him as he ages. This is a business, you can't do it forever. Eventually the wear and tear, it's too much. Even Uncle Iroh at some point is going to probably retire from this business, or at least retire rather, from full-time competition. Landing on that mat so many times, getting slammed, put through tables, put onto concrete. It takes a lot out of you. And it's taken a lot out of Tartaros. To be able to walk away and retire is a privilege in this industry. And it's not a privilege everyone walks away with. We've seen people forced to retire in this industry. Luckily, I don't think anyone's, well, we've seen people die, but you know, that's different. Luckily, nobody in the AW has been forced into retirement. I think Noelle, honestly, might be forced in retirement. I've still not heard about the medics with Noelle after she was essentially kicked into that light. Unfortunately, didn't have any protection from any sort of like any sort of championship or anything, so she took the full brunt of that attack, and I know she was hospitalized for a long time, and from what I know, was not out of the hospital yet. Uh-oh. Double chop. And big strikes by Skull. Ooh, big strikes by Skull, but Tartaros kicks right back up. Tartaros has quickly made a name for himself in the AWE after a pretty rocky start at the start of 2024. Started to turn around at the very end. And made a name for himself here on the main roster. People know the name Tartaros now. People look at that man's. People see him and was like, oh yeah, that's the guy who had that fantastic Iron Man match. Scored the fall in the last few seconds. Well within the last minute at the very least. Oh, shot to the back. Tossed over the top rope. Ryuji looking around. Stalking his prey as heavy shots land on Tartaros. Once again, you gotta remember, this is, oh my gosh, it looked like he was trying to bounce his head into the post there. You gotta remember the Skull wants that Fight Forever Championship back. If he's gotta put away Tartaros to do it, and maybe end his retirement tour early like Kyutaro tried to do, he might do it. In a normal match like this, it'll be hard. But remember, Tartaros has 14 stitches. He's got to be careful not to reopen that wound. Oh, we've seen this from Tartaros before. No protection, clubbing blows right to the back of the neck. Essentially a Tartaros classic, vintage Tartaros kip out and a kick out at 1. Ooh, hold on, gets the knee up. Look at the repairman just watching it all. It's like, that's my boy. Oh, but look at this. Tossing Skull. And this match has been all Tartaros. Now, here's the thing. In terms of matches tonight, we have seen a lot of very, very strong starts. Eggman stayed dominant. Panette, however, fell in the end. What will be the story of this match? Will Tartaros be able to overcome and stay dominant? Or will Skull have the comeback story in this match? Hold on. Off the ropes. It almost looked like he was going for a spine buster. Maybe confused Tartaros in that regard. Tartaros so confused he couldn't even reverse it. Thumb to the top rope. Big knee strike. We talk about those knees from Skull. They'll rock your bicuspids. And a dragon screw right onto that knee. Tartaros now seeing, okay, that knee's dangerous. Don't mind if I do take that out. These two. No history yet, but now they're starting to have it. Two former Fight Forever champions. On the outside, the repairman, a former tables champion, dropped onto his back. Lifted right back up. And tossed again. And to the arm. Skull! I'm gonna be real, I was gonna say tearing apart Tartaros, but they're not really that far apart. If we're talking body damage, it might be like 2 or 3 more hits because Skull has taken a fair bit of damage. Like I was talking, oh no, that was actually the signature. That instant back elbow was almost enough. Skull struggling now. And if this move, oh no. Oh no, Skull might have to burn resiliency now. He might have to burn it now. It's locked in deep. Tartaros puts it down, saying, nope. I don't think I will be, but look at this. Skull's in danger. Skull is in trouble. We talked about it before. Hold on a minute. Scoop slam counter. Clean with it. Nasty with it. As the stomps continue to rain down on a Tartaros. And now Skull calling for it. Because of that, he's got a signature. He's got a finisher. And Tartaros may be going down with a Skull crushing finale. Rolls him up, saying this might be enough for resiliency for 1, for 2, and it is. Skull has made his very strong first strike. If he's able to hit that signature, it could be game over for Tartaros, and Tartaros starting to realize that, saying he's got to do a lot more to put away Skull as these big chops are connecting. Almost had Skull in the corner. Instead, sends him flying down. Skull rolling over to the repairman. Repairman watching with that big ol' eye. Goes flying. Repairman steps out of the way saying, alright, well, I can't interfere. Can't get Skull disqualified. Lifted right back up. Here's the thing. Oh my gosh! Tossed him into the barricade. I was gonna say, here's the thing. Tartaros has rage and has a finisher. If he bursted, he could have 2 finishers, and he's popped 1. We're at a count of 5. Skull used Iron Jaw. And it may be enough to save him. We're at a count of 7. Count of 8. Count of 9. He makes it back in. Skull, you gotta run in there. Tartaros picks up the victory by countout. Skull tried to keep him there. Tartaros gets the counter at 9. Skull unsure after that elbow where he was anymore. And that's all she wrote. Congratulations. Tartaros versus Ryoma is officially happening. 1v1. We'll see when. Gatekeeper has been cleared by medical staff. Well, thank you for that news. Big Priest, love to see the Gatekeeper cleared. However, we got more show to go tonight. Stars? Thank you as I drop my whole water bottle. Tartaros. 19 stitches in his head, was able to overcome Skull with the repairman at his side. However, we got ourselves a fun little fatal 4-way on the horizon. A returning Aigis. Honestly, probably a returning Mabel too. A queen who has been dethroned and decrowned. And an absolute diva in Dorothea. Tonight, these 4 are looking to put on a show and make a name for themselves. Queen, Mabel, Aigis, Dorothea, it's your world as the stars go. Black. And who else to come out first than Miss Dorothea? There she is, the songstress of the Middle Franc Opera House. You love to see her. More importantly, you love to see her hat. Dorothea is here. First debuted in the Rumble. I don't think she's ever been in the AW before that. I don't know, the full history, because, I was like on and off in the AW, and then I had to run it since Wednesday's disappearance. However, Dorothea, I believe it's her first kind of run since the Rumble. Didn't have a great showing in the Rumble. However, able to put on a pretty good show in the Gauntlet Eliminator that Father won at the previous at the previous Fracture. However, she's going up against some game competition, including one Aigis, a heartless, armed angel, who has been disarmed. She's not allowed to just shoot our competitors, but she is allowed to at least pretend to shoot in her entrance. She's firing, baby. Everyone's favorite toaster wife walks down to the ring. Aigis, I mean, just happy to be here. Happy? Yeah, she has some happiness now. Look, y'all, it's fine. We love Aigis, and Aigis loves you guys too. You love to see it. Get in there, Aigis. Aigis, no titles in the AWE. Has not been here for a full year yet. Maybe still trying to find her footing. Won a big match back in July, I believe, and earned a championship opportunity. Ended up failing at getting that title. Instead, she kind of wandered backstage picked up a fight every now and again. Tonight, she's trying to make 2025 Aigis back on top, and the only way she knows how to do that, pick up the victory tonight. It's one fall. So you gotta stay focused. Gotta stay focused on who's in that ring. But you know who is focused? A woman who's been at the top before. Not just an AWE champion recently. First ever Royal Crown winner. First ever Royal Crown winner. Former Tables champion. Former AWE champion. Former menace to all of mankind and the AWE and Pokemon kind and just every kind, to be honest. But has since been rebooted, reformed, and thankfully not a murderous fiend. Queen is back. After her loss to Rinkah, looking saying she needs to refocus. Rinkah brought her A game, and Queen looking to make her way right back to the top. Pardon me. Water bottle, don't mind if I do. Queen winning this matchup could be her first steps to getting there. However, another little lass is looking to bring her way back to the top as well. Former champion in her own right. Miss Mabel Pines. Former Fight Forever champion. Took it off of Ashi. Lost to the fight before Christmas. And debuted in a championship match at AV Mania. A match that she almost won. She was almost the inaugural AWE All-Star Champion. A championship that has had, honestly, a little bit of a lineage so far. It started with Mona, lost it very quickly to AJ Lee. AJ Lee lost it to Sakura Ogami. Sakura Ogami lost the fight before Christmas to Chie, and Chie lost it to her friend turned foe, Yukiko Amagi, who is now currently holding on to that title. Will the lady, the lass, with the rainbow and the star on her chest, become All-Star Champion in the future? We'll see in the future. But tonight she's got to get through Dorothea, Aigis, and Queen. And they are all hungry for title opportunity, at least to make a name for themselves. Fatal 4-way match, and it begins right here, right now. Dorothea is still a little banged up from that Gauntlet Eliminator a week and a half ago. Yeah, I guess that's right. I guess it was a week and a half ago. That is correct. Good on me. I just threw a time range out there, I'll be real. I wasn't even thinking. Look at these moves. Mabel loves to go flying in the ring. And her opponents might be learning that real quick. Shot right to the head. Mabel, I was going to say, has literally attacked everyone in the ring, and now everyone's trying to attack her. Gets out of Dorothea's grasp. Dragging Dorothea over to the corner. German suplex. Keep in mind, this is our fourth match of the night. Right before our main event, we will see Queen versus Queen. We will see Royal Crown versus Royal Crown. We'll see Champion versus Champion. We'll see Rinkah of the Flame Tribe versus the one and only Alice, the angel who survived hell twice. Going for a big power bomb on the... Oh, no, not a power bomb. Oh, no, Mabel, protect your neck. Protect your neck, Mabel. Ugh. Look at the toes. Incredible bridge afterwards. I don't know how she kicked out at 1. I would have been out for 15. I would have been out for 15 years. I would have been in a coma. Queen. Shot to the back. Toss to the corner and a big boot right to the chest of Aigis, rather. The chassis. And I want you to keep in mind, remember, we do a lot of elimination matches. This is just a regular fatal 4-way. First person to pick up the pinfall wins. And these ladies know it. Oh my gosh. Black Widow. But dropped onto the back. We're seeing 2 1v1s right now. Dorothea deposited outside of that ring. Keep in mind, fatal 4-way rules means no disqualifications. Good kip up by Queen, but caught immediately by Mabel, who's going for Hurricane Rana. Right to the neck, and again a Hurricane Rana. She's going Hurricane crazy on everybody, and then tossed by Queen. Almost dropkicked by Aigis. Aigis dropping her on the arm. Dorothea eating a slap. Rolled up by Aigis and power bombed. Queen and Aigis. A battle of machinery going one-on-one. Who's the better bot? That might be a match we want to see one-on-one in the future as Aigis gets tossed. I want to point out, Aigis is in the ring very close. Very, very close to a signature, and one more hit on the Queen, she might have it. Will Queen let that happen, though? She might not have a choice, getting dragged to the corner, able to get the elbows up real quick. On the outside of the ring, Dorothea looking to handle Mabel. Ugh! That back elbow right to the cheek, right to the jaw. Double knees. Outside of the ring, Mabel. No, Dorothea. Oh my gosh. Face and body first in the corner of that table. As again, Aigis is getting thrown and Mabel's getting kicked in the jaw. Girl has a brace, so she's going to need to go back to her dentist for that one. And a power bomb by the powerful Aigis. Going for the pinfall on the Queen. That's one. And that's just when Dorothea gets back in there quick, saying, I was trying to take care of the kid, and might be getting taken care of herself instead. Vertebreaker. And Queen, reversing the finisher of Aigis. And Aigis, oh my gosh, getting taken out by that kendo stick. Mabel's furious now, going after everybody. Clearing the ring with that kendo stick, but maybe it took it a step too far. Dorothea is stunned, tossed, and dropped. Oh, I thought she was going for a pinfall. Look at that move by Aigis going crazy. Kendo stick still in the ring. Dorothea face first onto the kendo stick. X Factor. 1, 2. Aigis kicked out. Once again, had no resiliency. In terms of people who have resiliency right now, it's only Queen. Ugh! And that kick, once again, Aigis no resiliency. 1, 2. Mabel was a hair too slow. Aigis had no resiliency, and Dorothea said, and she was the one who got battered the most in that fight. And already injured Dorothea found her mark, hit her kick. And now, she said, you'll know my name. You'll sing my praises, and who knows, maybe I'll sing for you too. Dorothea picks up a massive victory. On really, she's on the up. Dorothea's stock is rising as the stars go. Black. Incredible job by Dorothea holding up tough. Her name might be getting tossed around by our general managers, Navia, and whoo, we'll see it sooner or later. But I digress. Because now, it's main event time. Rinkah, Alice. Royal Crown versus Royal Crown. Who's it gonna be? Will it be the angel who went through hell and survived to tell the tale twice? Or will it be the leader of the newly dominant tribe, faction in the AWE, the Flame Tribe? Get your votes in, because we're about to find out together as the stars go in our main event. Black. Let's see what we got. Golden version of the crown that sits atop her head. Decked out in that flame garb, that royal robe. This is your AWE champion.
Making her way to the ring, representing the tribe from Avalon, the Action Wrestling Extreme Champion, the real deal, Rinkah.
Rinkah has been a dominant force since returning to the AWE. She returned in the Rumble, hit some nasty spears, but didn't quite make her mark in a fatal four-way match. Yes, between her, Burnice, between her, Burnice, Hutao, and Mona. Mona was out first, and the Flames were instead putting on a fantastic remaining triple threat match. They started to burn brighter together, and during that match, as they all sat in medical after they all got, you know, a little hurtsy, they decided, hey, maybe we have a little bit more in common than I thought. Rinkah was like, you two are both insane, but I kind of respect the heck out of the both of you. Especially after seeing what you can do in the ring. And then the Flame Tribe was born. They invited Yukiko, and the rest is history. I guess the rest is actually the future. But that's not the story that this champion tells, this queen. While Rinkah enjoys the flames, Alice, she
From New York,
had to survive them.
the prestigious Dragon Champion,
In her tournament, the match types were random. She went through Hell in a Cell, and then she went through Hell in a Cell again. All in all, it took 4 matches, but she not only was able to crown herself as queen, but she is AWE champion. She will be defending that title at OC Revolution this March. It's actually March for you guys. Look at that! This March! It is officially March. Good job. Regardless, 1v1. Queen versus queen. And this is the high-flying Alice we know all too well. She has a sick... Yo. That move is so hard to hit, and Alice said, let me show you guys how it's done. Hits it 3 times in a row on Rinkah, immediately going after one of the most high-profile members of the Flame Tribe. Rinkah turns her around. Alice starting off hot in this match. Slowly getting back up. Kick to the back. Alice, tried to go for a big, looked like clothesline. Rinkah starting to slow things down. And Alice gets tossed by the powerhouse. Oh, but rolls out of the way of that one. Oh, look at this. T-bone suplex. Rinkah trying to get up to her feet. Suplex by Queen Alice. Having that royal crown. It can do wonders for your career. She will always be the inaugural AWE OC Royal Crown winner. Along with David. David couldn't take down the dominant Eggman. But right now it's looking good for Alice to try and take down Rinkah. Hold on a minute. Alice already with the signature. She's gonna need to get good reversals on Rinkah, because when Rinkah starts to get moving, it's hard to stop her. We've seen it against Clover. We've seen it against what? Francisca Von Karma. We've seen it against Camilla. We've seen it against so many people. Oh, look at this. Suplex, German suplex dropping Rinkah. Oh, but Rinkah going after the knee. Back of the kneecap. Lift her right back up. Dragon, Alice. Alice now in the ring. What are we thinking here? Bulldog again by the AWE champion, starting to target the head of Alice. Oh, maybe not just the head, because look at this. Powerbomb position. And going for the pinfall. This early in the match, just one. You gotta remember, Alice has a lot in the tank. Alice knows what she's doing. Rinkah missing that move, though. That miss could cost her the whole match. Dragging Rinkah to the corner. Alice. Oh, what is Alice thinking here? Hold on, scoop slam. Oh, I think I know what Alice is thinking here. Alice may have been thinking that double rotation moonsault. Won't be able to hit it this time, but look at that solid strike, measured strike. Right to the head of Rinkah. Oh, goes to the corner. Missed that drop kick, landed nasty on the back of her neck, but still able to get on top. And now this may be exactly where she wants Rinkah. Oh, but Rinkah again standing up saying, if I stay down for that double rotation moonsault, crawls into the pinfall though. This, oh my gosh, never mind. I was gonna say this might be resiliency. It wasn't even one. That's crazy. Spine buster by Rinkah. Hold on a minute. You gotta remember, Alice has a signature and a finisher. While this match is far from over, letting Rinkah build up a signature is the last thing you want to do. Because if this chokeslam lands, and it does, she gets all of it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one, that's two, and that might be resiliency burned. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be one spear away from seeing a queen get put down, and she's walking to the corner, and she's charging it up. Oh no, you don't want to see this thing get charged up. Usually she hits it from the ropes. She reversed it. Alice reverses the spear into a DDT. She scouted the move. So few have been able to reverse the spear from Rinkah. Rinkah caught so off guard, she's not able to get up. And the double rotation moonsault. Oh, she does get out of the way at the last second. These two, no flame tribe, pun intended, are burning down the house in this main event. Goes into the pinfall right afterwards. That could be the end of Alice. That's one, that's two, that is three, ladies and gentlemen. That is Rinkah. And a show of respect. But oh, you know what? That's actually really sweet. A show of respect between queens. Goodness gracious. That match was intense. The way that they countered each other's finishers like back to back to back, I was like, oh no. Oh no, I don't know how this is gonna end. This is crazy. Congratulations to a still dominant Rinkah, but you gotta give up to Alice. I don't know if anyone's really been able to counter the spear like she did from Rinkah. Usually Rinkah will like slip and fall, but then nobody counters the spear right afterwards. Alice saw her moment and hit that DDT, called it, and that is our match. Congratulations. Let's check out our news. Let's end it off. Good on them. And yet, it's so starkly different. These two after the match, shaking hands. These two, Eggman put them through a table. Stark difference. As we continue, what a night we had. Let's talk about it. In our main event, we just saw Rinkah was able to outlast Alice. A beautiful Hurricane Rana, almost like a Frankensteiner, directly into the pinfall. She was fired up afterwards, and Alice might have been knocked senseless. The one thing about Alice that we saw tonight, didn't have her wings on. When she was in the match, did not have her wings on. That might be something to pay attention to. In this fatal four-way match, Dorothea outsmarted the pack, saw Aigis didn't have resiliency, and Mabel was too focused on Queen. The Dorothea stock rises. And what was a fantastic back and forth, Tartaros came up clutch via countout against Skull. This act, you know, I was gonna say this match might have been match of the night. This match might have been match of the night. They went crazy. These two went crazy. I can't wait for the tag team match between the Racket Assault and the Flame Tribe. If these two, if that match is anything like the match between these two, boy. And lastly, Eggman and David. David tried to be quick, tried to outlast Eggman, but the power was too much. Eggman dominated, and then further seek to embarrass David, which was tragic. Next, let's check out our news. That's literally all of our news. Okay. I mean, because everything else is the major live event. That's all of our news. Alright, great. Alright, well, I think we can we can look at our next show. Next show should be Inferno, yeah? Yeah, let's go ahead and... What would Inferno have been booked like? We would have had Silver and Malus versus the Tag Team Champions. We would have had Toph versus Clea. Von Karma versus Mabel. Ito versus the Repairman. Sarah versus Ashi. Chie is not cleared to compete. And Yukiko definitely wouldn't be by her side. Alhaitham, Cassius, and Eggman. So here's the thing, I kind of understand this match actually. There is some match psychology here. Alhaitham very clearly hates Cassius Bright. Costume is cash-in. That cutter hurt him deep. Eggman probably still has a bone to pick with Cassius Bright too. He's still like, I'm still a champion, I'm still a king, but you made the king lose by countout. Embarrassing, he took it out on David though. Cassius is like, both of you are under the rug, whatever. I'm Cassius Bright and I'm awesome. Sakura versus XL, and then Ito can compete for that championship. That's fair. If Ito wanted to go after Eggman, I guess he could. That would have been our show. It would have been a strange show. This match wouldn't have been the worst idea. That would have been kind of neat. This is kind of neat too. These two have gone 2-on-2? No, I don't think they've ever gone 2-on-2 specifically. They fought in a triple threat match, and Skips and Pops were also involved, I believe. But these two teams never went 2-on-2. That's not the worst idea, actually. Regardless, that's what would have happened. Our roster is, our roster actually might be different, but let's check it after Inferno. We'll see it this Friday. Remember, this Friday is the March 7th edition, and you know what? There's no March 7th on this show. So this Inferno build, trash. That being said, pop me back on the screen with a little wa-cha-cha shout. No, as the stars go. It's this show. We gotta keep our transition steady. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Rebellion. We had a fun night of action. Not too intense. Well, I guess David went through a table. Other than that, not too intense. The other crowns, they shook hands, a show of respect. Alice raised Rinkah's hands. They might be friends. Look, the Flame Tribe really confuses me, man. They really do. I feel like usually they say things and then do something else, but I guess in general, maybe they say things and really Yukiko has done something else. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm unsure. I digress. We'll find out eventually. Right now, it looks like Rinkah's clear. Yukiko is something, but I'm excited to see what this Friday my new general manager is gonna put down, because it should be fantastic. I'm gonna take off though. Ladies and gentlemen, until March 7th, Toodaloo Flight Crew. It's the year of the paradigm. The USAviator taking off. Thank you so much, as always, for watching.